Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to discuss about clauses in English. So what is meant by clauses? So a clause is a group of words which has both subject and verb. So clauses are important for building a sentence. So that is why clauses are also known as building block of sentence. There are two main types of clauses. One is main clause and other is dependent clause. So main clause is also known as independent clause. So what is meant by independent clause? Means it do not depend on other. Means it gives complete action or complete meaning of a sentence, or it describes about complete idea. It can stand alone with a sentence. That is known as main clause. What is its structure? Subject plus verb and complete meaning. So it has both subject and verb and describe complete meaning of a sentence. So for example, she is reading a book. They went to the market. I like coffee. She works from home. Science Day promotes innovation. So all these examples give complete action or complete meaning of a sentence. Next is dependent clause. Dependent clause is also known as subordinate clause. So what is meant by dependent clause? Dependent clause does not express a complete idea. It cannot stand alone and depend on independent clause. Means these dependent clause will not give a complete meaning of a sentence or complete idea. It will not give complete action. So that's why it depends on independent clause. So dependent clause usually starts with words like because, when, if, although, that, which. So what are the examples of dependent clause? Because she was tired when he arrived, although it was raining. So all these examples give incomplete meaning of a sentence or incomplete action. So what is complete meaning? She slept early because she was tired. So this gives complete meaning. When he arrived, although it was raining. So another example, because she wanted a remote job. So incomplete meaning, not a complete sentence. Because she wanted a remote job, she applied to Deloitte. So this gives a complete meaning of a sentence. So next is types of dependent clauses. So first is noun clause. So this noun clause act as noun. So this noun clause has subject, object and complement. So this noun clause usually starts with the words like that, what, who, whether, why and how. So examples of noun clause: what he said is true. This is subject. Next is I know that she is honest. So this is about object. Next is the problem is why she left early. So this noun clause can be also replaced with it. It is true. It was raining. So etc. This was about noun clause. Next is relative clause or adjective clause. So relative clause describes about a noun or pronoun. So this relative clause starts with the words like who, whom, whose, which, that, where, when, etc. So examples of relative clause: the boy who is playing is my brother. This is the book that I bought. Deloitte is the company that I applied to. February 28 is the day when the Raman effect was discovered. So this is about relative clause. Next is adverb clause. describes about verb, adjective and another form of adverb. So adverb clause describe about time, reason and condition. So this adverb clause usually starts with words like because, although, if, when, since. So examples of adverb clause: I stayed at home because it was raining. So this describe about the reason. We will go out when the rain stops. It shows about time. If you study, you will pass. This describes about condition. So next is relative clause. So this is a special type of adjective clause. In this there are two types. One is restrictive, means essential, and other is non-restrictive, non-essential. So restrictive means gives necessary information, no commas are needed. Example, the book that I borrowed is interesting. So it is essential and no commas are needed, gives just necessary information. Next is non-restrictive, that is non-essential. So this gives extra information and commas are used. Example, my mother who lives in Delhi is a doctor, or my brother who lives in Delhi is a doctor. So this is about non-restrictive clause. Next is finite and non-finite clauses. Finite, it has subject, verb and also shows tense. She is playing football. Next, non-finite, verb does not show tense. So it has verb but no tense. Examples, to win the game you must practice. Walking in the park, she felt happy. So this is examples of non-finite. Next is conditional clauses. So conditional clauses are also known as if clauses. So if clause are to talk about conditions and their results. So it describe about a particular condition or result. So types of if clauses. One is zero conditional clause. So this zero conditional clause describe about truth and scientific facts. For example, if you heat water, it boils. Next is first conditional clause. So this describe about possible or real future situations. So examples, if I study hard, I will pass the exam. So this is about first conditional clause. Next is second conditional clause. So this is used for imaginary or unlikely situations that never happened. Example, if I were rich, I would travel around the world. So if I were rich, so it is an imagination. So I would travel around the world, unlikely situation. So next is about third conditional clause. So this is used for past situations that did not happen ever. So if she had studied, then she would have passed exam. So this describe about past situation that never happened. So this is all about clauses.